Keynesian.
Classical.
Keynesian.
Classical.
Keynesian.
Not joking, classical is the better.
Keynesian's better.
Classical. Let it fix itself. Classical.
I hear you kids are trying to learn about the economy.
Sure.
Well, let me teach you guys a few things. Listen up, y'all. It's John Maynard Keynes. The news that I'm bringing is interesting. Regulations stop inflation, make the prices lower. These open market operations keep the system stable. You can buy me, you can sell me, as a war bond, as a trust fund. Monetary policy is necessary for this country. Open market operations. Bonds are sold out by the Fed, and if you had some interest, these banks wouldn't diss us in a crisis. Oh no. So put them banks on reserve, and they'll be loaning out the funds. Just you wait, circulate, open market. Stabilize, open market. I put them banks on reserve, open market. The government can be your friend, open market. Operations, fiscal policy, fiscal policy, fiscal policy. There are many legislations that can help your wallets. Expansionary policy can lower all your taxes. I'm the K to the E, Y, and the E, the S, and Keynes' theory guarantees us all money. Open market operations. My wallet stay vicious. Sign me up in the bank, just working on my interest. He's my witness. I put them banks on reserve, and they be loaning out the funds. Just you wait, circulate, open market. Stabilize, open market. I put them banks on reserve, open market. The government can be your friend, open market. Operations. You know, I'm really glad we got to talk. God, it would have been a shame if you guys had to learn about classical. Like, who needs classical anymore? Classical's so outdated and boring and just like, God. Hayek.
Kenzie,
What are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
I'm trying to educate these children.
You mean spreading your lies?
How Ever since the Great Depression, classical has been outdated, and it's all about Keynesian now. The people need the government, and they could use the help. It's nothing to be ashamed of, and policies is what's driving the nation right now.
The economy doesn't work that way.
Well, obviously classical didn't turn out so great in 1929.
Thanks to your economic theories, our economy is running on money that's not there, on inflation rates that are ridiculously high. Like, what's wrong with you? It's not sustainable. You focus on the short term. You want quick fixes. That doesn't help us. We need to focus on the long term. Long-term solutions are best.
So what do you suggest we do?
Step back and let me explain.
Everybody in this class right now, if you sleeping, you need to wake up right now. Because when we get in this class, we like to get crazy. You know what? Let's do some learning. He out of his mind. Keynes out of his mind. He out of his mind. Classical's the way to go. He out of his mind. He out of his mind. Keynes out of his mind. He out of his mind. Classical's the way to go. He out of his mind. Let's talk eco. It's time for a switch from too much aggregation to what's the real sitch. The basis of my theory is a laissez-faire system. Real markets, free markets. You can't steer them. The economy is self-regulating. Take a step back. Stop with deliberating. You can't interfere. You gotta let it be. The economy needs to be set free. Too much aggregation ignores human motivation. 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 Let's stop for a minute and get into hypotheticals and say our economy is recessional, regrettable, terrible. What's the course of action? Lower interest rates. That's a Fed's reaction. Fine, that's great. We lower interest rates. We fix the economy. That's how we regulate. Wrong. No, that ain't the way to go. It's inflation that's driving growth, not real dough. Growth based on nothing, it doesn't make sense. We'll be a country full of people making malinvestments. Boom turns into bust. Boom turns into bust. What? Boom turns into bust. Boom turns into bust. What? Boom turns into bust. Boom turns into bust. What? Boom turns into bust. Boom turns into bust. What? The best course of action for us to take is to step back and let markets self-equilibrate, not regulate. Back away, trying not to panic. It's important to remember the economy's organic.
Open market. Stabilize. Open market. I put them banks on reserve. Open market. The government can be your friend. Open market. Operations. Hayek. If you want your cash back, go on, take a loan. Walk out to the nearest bank. Don't be funny, honey. Spend your money. Save and help nobody. Interest rates are crazy. I to the N, to the T-E-R-E-S-T, rates to the I, to the N, to the T-E-R-E-S-T, rates to the I, to the N, to the F-L-A-T-I-O-N, to the I, to the N, to the, hit it, Kenzie. You're stupid.
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 Guys, stop, okay? You both make good points. Government regulation isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes the economy does need a little boost. However, too much dependency on our government is unhealthy for economic growth. The happy medium between the two theories of economics is both of you. You need to look at the bigger picture. You need short run and you need long run. You can't just look at one or the other. You have to have both for the larger picture.
For the bigger picture.
The bigger picture.